This is PJ at Grace Hollow Rabbitry and Homestead, and it is a gorgeous sunny day here in northwest Arkansas. We have made a lot of changes in the rabbitry, so it's time for a rabbit update. We'll get started with the bucks. You guys know Winchester. He's the broken blue New Zealand cross. I got him for my blue project. Next to him we have Remington. He's the American blue buck. He's also for the blue project. Then we have yes, I know, I said I didn't like black, would never raise black, but they've grown on me, and so I have bought I traded, if you remember my broken red buck, he was buck number 3. I have traded the broken red for this black buck. He is still a junior. Very nice type. I got this guy from Ron Barger in Illinois. He has told me to pass along his name, so I'm sure he doesn't mind if I mention his name in the video. He has, from what I saw, some very nice rabbits. We met part way. I picked up some rabbits from him and also transported a couple more for another guy, and out of the 5 that I saw, they're all nice rabbits. Anyway, this guy is my first black buck. He will be used for blacks and broken blacks, and he is also part of my blue project. His name is Boxley. You'll notice that some of the names have changes. I've had the red New Zealands for a little over 2 years now, and just have completely exhausted the spice names. So I have changed my name system over to small towns in Arkansas, and Boxley happens to be a neighboring town, so that's how he got his name. Next to Boxley we have Cedar, and Cedar is one of my bucks. He is out of my broken red buck cilantro and red hot chili pepper. Both of them have been sold. They are no longer here, but this is a buck that I kept back. This is you knew him as 4GH1. Well, he now has a name, and his name is Cedar. Next to Cedar we have Ash. Ash is not one of my bucks. He is a 10-week-old New Zealand red. He is also one that I picked up from Ron Barger. I love the coloring on this fella, and so far it looks like he's going to have a nice, good, big head on him. He's promising in type. We'll see how he turns out, but I'm very excited about having this new guy. And of course you're all familiar with my white buck Creo. He's still here, and he's got some babies on the ground, and more to come. And next to Creo we have Chester. Chester is one of my bucks. He is 10 weeks old now, and he is out of Creo and my red dose Cinnamon. As you see, we still have Creo. Cinnamon, however, has been sold. She is no longer here, and I will tell you about the chestnut in just a little bit. Next to Chester, here we have Alpina. This is my first black doe. She's just a little young thing. She's very promising in body type so far. I'm liking her shoulders. She's also for my blacks, and will be used in the blue project as well. Okay, these next 5 does I'm going to go through pretty quickly. Here we have Bones. This is a Cali doe. When I first got her, she was underweight and I had to fatten her up. But she's up to weight now and will be bred in the next couple of weeks. I'll be crossing her with Creole. Next to Bones, we have Brennan, another Cali doe. She's for meat production only. She'll also be crossed with Creole. Next to Brennan, we have Temperance, also a Cali doe, also meat production only. Next to Temperance, we have a broken black New Zealand cross. This girl's got some good size to her and I like her markings. She is not pedigreed, of course she's a cross. I have not named her because she won't be here for long. I will get 1 litter out of her and she will move on down the road. Next to that girl is another broken black New Zealand cross. I haven't given her a name either. Once again, I'm just going to get one breeding out of her and she'll move along. Next to her, we have Paprika. And Paprika is not one of my rabbits. I bought Paprika back in the spring from Rum's Buns. And if you're looking to get into some red and broken reds, definitely talk to this fella. He's got some nice rabbits. Next, Paprika has been bred. I'm trying something, doing a little experiment. I bred her to Boxley, my new black buck. I'm not sure what to expect out of them. I may not get anything worth hanging on to. I don't know. Probably end up with some non-recognized colors, but I liked his body type and needed some broken black does. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of that. We'll see how that goes. Next to Paprika, we have Eureka. And Eureka is out of Chives and Caraway. She is a very nice doe. Color-wise, she's a little smutty, but I really liked her type. So I've bred her back to a red buck, my red buck cedar. He's got really good color. So I'm hoping that with her body type, his body type, and his color, I'm hoping to get some nice red rabbits out of these two. Next to Eureka, we have Snowball. I don't have as many whites as I did. I've reduced my herd on the whites to make room for the black and the broken black, blues. Snowball is out of Creole and Salt, and she has been bred back to Creole. I bred her back to her dad. Alright, next we have a litter out of Cinnamon and Creole. She had 4 whites and 4 chestnuts. We lost one of the chestnuts and one of the whites, and the rest kept one of the chestnuts, Chester. I kept Chester because out of these two, Chester's coloring was more of a bronze, coppery red, to where this guy is more of a brown. But they're both chestnuts, and I like the other color better, so I kept him. What I'm hoping for, with that coppery red coloring, I'm wanting to breed him back to my red does, and I'm hoping that will darken up my red coloring. We'll see how that goes. As you see, Cinnamon is no longer here. Cinnamon has been sold, and she now lives in Oklahoma. Next to Cinnamon's cage, we have Caraway. She's still doing very well. Before I traded off Red Buck number 9, I went ahead and rebred her. Number 9 was her son, so I bred her back to her son. He had awesome coloring. I loved his deep red, so I'm hoping this litter will carry that. She also currently has a litter on her. Like I said, I was hoping for some chestnuts. I bred Cinnamon and Caraway both to Creole, hoping for chestnuts. And Caraway had she had 7 kits. 6 were chestnuts and 1 was white. And one of the chestnuts disappeared. I imagine it fell through the cage because it doesn't have baby saver on this cage. And it's disappeared. If there happens to be a chestnut buck in here that I like better than Chester, I'll swap them out. But right now, these will probably just be sold as meat rabbits. Cinnamon is going, or Caraway here, is going on 3 years. So I've rebred her, and I'll probably breed her one more time in the spring, and then she'll be going away. Next to Caraway, we have Salt. Everybody knows Salt. She's still with us. She's my favorite white doe. And next to Salt, this used to be Garlic's cage, which right now, Garlic has been sold. She's no longer here. And these are the bunnies that's left from Salt. These are out of Salt and Creole. I may keep a doe out of this litter. I haven't decided. It was a litter of 8. And they've all been sold. Actually, these have been sold too. These are going to a neighbor down the road. They need about a week more to get up to weight, and then they'll be going down to my neighbors. Next to Salt's litter, we have a junior red doe. This is one of my girls. This is Marble. She's out of Caraway and Chives, and she has been bred back to the red buck Cedar. So I'm hoping for some nice bunnies out of that litter. Over here we have a junior broken red doe, and this girl is a big girl. She just turned 6 months old, and she's already 10 pounds. And look at the dewlap on that girl. She looks like a senior doe, and she just turned, well, actually she'll be 6 months old tomorrow. But this is Harmony. This used to be Ginger's cage. Ginger has been sold, but we did keep back this girl. She's also out of red hot chili pepper and cilantro, and she has been bred. She was bred back to my red buck number 9. Anyway, guys, that's it for the update. I hope you've enjoyed it. There's been a lot of changes. Lots and lots of changes. But that's the way it goes. My bloodlines are starting to get just a little bit too close. I've reduced my broken herd, and I've reduced my white herd. I'm increasing my red herd, and then I've added the blacks, and I'm working on some blues. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and until we speak again, you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.